having the thought right now that I'm so grateful that this kind of a thing even exists, where I'm able to record a video of myself and put it online so that other people, other beings who are curious about the same kinds of topics or self-discovery, self-mastery, enlightenment, we can all just connect together. It's such a beautiful way, and I'm just so grateful that we are able to share this here together. So thank you for watching this. And if you found this, it was for a divine reason. I decided that anyone who comes across anything that I put out is meant to hear the message. So I hope what we talk about today gives you some sort of joy and some sort of relief, and some sort of freedom from the mind. So what we're going to be talking about today, one of my friends asked me a question about my thoughts on identifying with thoughts in the first place, whether they be good thoughts or bad, quote, good or bad. How should we identify with them at all? So the conclusion that I came to, or my thought about the thoughts, is first you have to identify what the truth is and what your truth is. I did a moojiji meditation the other day, and it really brought me to the core of what the truth was, and I'll recommend it to anybody. I'll put it in the description below. But he had you clear your mind so much as clear it of your inspirations, your desires, your title, your sense of self, anything that keeps you in some sort of an identity, and just put that aside. And when you're sitting in this space and you've let go of your thoughts, the fact that you're a sister, a mother, a brother, a wife, a teacher, a waitress, a mechanic, a plumber, once you put away all of these titles that we assign to ourselves, a good person, a bad person, if you just leave all of that behind, you observe what's left. And what's left is absolute presence and awareness and consciousness. And that is what you are at the core, is the truth. You are the truth. You are the awareness behind it all. Now, also I have my notes right here, so if I look down, that's what I'm going to be looking at. So once I came to this conclusion, it just really hit home for me when it was put in that way. And once you have the truth, you can move from that space. Once you have the truth, you realize that truly everything we experience here and all of the ideas that we've been conditioned to believe are just illusions. It's all a game that the human is playing. This is all part of the human experience, is all of these things that we're going after or trying to achieve or trying to create. It is all an illusion, because at the core, you already are a perfect existence without having to do anything or try and be anything. It is already what you are at the core. And I realized how freeing this realization is, because once you realize this, you can begin to reshape the structure of your mind and the way that you react and respond to thoughts and beliefs of yours. So it's really you get to create your new state of mind once you are operating from the space of truth. Another thing that I learned and that I'm personally trying to integrate more in myself is spending more time in the state of truth, in the state of just pure presence, where I'm not trying to manifest anything or I'm not trying to create anything. I'm just existing and simply being, just being alive. And from this space, so much more truth follows, so much more clarity and beauty and awe of the world around you. And once you start living in this space of truth, your thoughts and your desires and the things that are running through your mind on a daily basis start to align with the truth the more time that you spend there. So yeah, take the time to exist in this space and enjoy the fact that you exist, and there is absolutely nothing you need to do or change to be in this state. It is always available for you. You are it. You are the truth. So now that we've gotten to the core of what we are, we still have these thoughts that come in. So how do we deal with them? Or do we even have to deal with them? And another thing that really stuck with me from a spiritual teacher that I have listened to was to treat, or I'm sure you've heard this many times, to treat thoughts like visitors. And if you're sure that at the core, which is why it's good to spend time integrating the fact that you are already the truth, that you are just pure love, light, and awareness at the core. Once you have truly integrated that, you can treat the thoughts that come in just as visitors, old friends that need to be heard and need to be acknowledged, and you can just simply send them on their way after. There's no need to invite them to move in with you or to invite them to stay. You have the power to just simply acknowledge them, hear them if they have something to say to you, and just sit with them. The thoughts are simply visitors, and then you gently send them on the way. And a lot of the time, if you take the time to sit with a thought and just be the witness to the thought, there's no need to identify with it. If you just become a witness to it, a lot of the times they leave on their own because they've been heard, they've expressed themselves, they did what they needed to do, and you can send them on their way after that. Now, the topic of identifying with thoughts, when that was brought up to me, that was a little bit confusing because there are so many times where I've had really encouraging, quote, good thoughts. And I'm saying quote because, again, as humans, we've decided what is good and what is bad. And based on the world we live in, this is a conditioned idea. So there's no need to identify with any thoughts, good or bad. Now, good thoughts that raise your vibration and make you feel inspired and passionate and light you up inside, those thoughts, they can stay in the sense that you integrate them into your being. Our beings are not our thoughts. They are our expression of our thoughts. So if you're having the thought that you're the most beautiful thing that's ever walked this planet, which you are, integrate that into the way that you express yourself in the world. Be that when you walk around. There's no need to think about it, or because we also know that nothing stays. Beauty fades. Everything comes and goes. So that's why we don't gain our sense of self from the thoughts. There's no reason to get attached to anything. But the things that light you up and make you feel good, you can integrate that into your expression and carry that through you as you go on about in the world. And there's no need to fear thoughts or overthink what is true and what is not. Just know that if you're coming from the heart space and you're coming from a place of pure presence, awareness, you are living the truth. You are being truth. There's no trick to it. The truth is all around you. The illusion is what goes on in the mind. So the mind can be tricky and it can seem like it's against you some of the time, but what you come to realize is that the mind is a great tool. From the place of presence, the mind is an incredible tool, and you are the one who then uses the mind instead of the mind being the one who uses you. What becomes exciting about this is that you become aware of the fact that you, in every moment, are creating your reality based on your perception of what is going on around you, or what is happening in your mind. You get to choose how situations affect you or the meaning that they have. You are the one who decides. This becomes very empowering because you no longer become a victim to any circumstance. You realize that everything that's happening in your reality is happening for you. It is not happening to you. It is happening for you. So from this place, you really get to co-create with the universe and have fun in being the expression that you want to see. We hear this all the time, but it truly is. If you want to see a change in the world around you, you first have to change the world within you. Reshift, restructure the beliefs and the ideas that are holding you back or keeping you from being your fullest, most expressed version of yourself. That is what you are here to do, is simply to be yourself at the fullest possible expression. No holding back, no thoughts of failure or judgment, just expression. Let yourself be, let yourself exist, let yourself feel, and tap into the power that you have to create your reality. It is truly amazing when you start to see the shifts in your day-to-day life, and you have that power. You have that power within every moment. It is always here for you. You can always return back to that core center of love and presence and awareness and peace. It is always there for you, always. Hopefully, some of the messages that you received today help you and guide you into a more peaceful and blissful and fulfilling life. I just wanted to share some of the techniques that I've been using to restructure the mind, and really the key is realizing that you are already in perfect alignment and you are already in the perfect state of existence. It's always there for you. You just have to tap into it. And it can be tricky, but just know that there are so many people in this with you. I am in this with you. Reach out if you ever have any questions or just need someone to listen. And I thank you for caring enough about yourself and the people around you and the world that you live in. Thank you for actively trying to do better and trying to live a more fulfilling life. It is the work of our time, and I'm so grateful to be on this journey with you and to share this same timeline And yeah, it's just beautiful, and I'm so grateful to be here together. So thank you for watching this. If you found this, it's so crazy because it's just so divine and perfect. And just know you're in the right place at the right time. And I'm sending so much love your way. Thank you so much.